Hello, my dear student of Standard 6. Welcome back to my class. Today, second lecture. How are you, everybody? Hope you are fine. Today, lesson 3, that means economic sectors of Bangladesh. There are many economic sectors in Bangladesh, but 4 sectors which are major. First one is that agriculture sector. From the ancient time, agriculture has been playing a key role in the economy of Bangladesh. Even today, most of the people depend on agriculture for their livelihood. Paddy, jute, tea, pulse, rabi crops, producing vegetables and fruits, forest resources, livestock rearing, pisciculture are considered as agriculture sector. The contribution of agriculture in our national economy is more than 20%. Now, what is rabi crops? Rabi crops are the crops that are sown at the end of monsoon or at the beginning of winter season. That means between September and October. The rabi crops included wheat, barley, oats, chickpeas or gram, pulses, linseeds, mustards or oilseeds, etc. Here I have given some picture of rabi crops. Now, second, industry sector. This sector includes materials produced in factories, electricity, gas, mineral resources, construction of building and infrastructure, etc. The main industrial products of Bangladesh are jute, leather products, thread and cloth. Besides these, there are paper mills, garments industry, furniture workshop, sugar mill and food processing industries, petrol and chemical, medicine, etc. The contribution of industry sector to our GDP is 29%. I have given some industry of Bangladesh. Now, third, trade and commerce sector. Generally, there are 3 types of trade are held. Number 1, regional trade, domestic trade, international or foreign trade. Regional trade means the trade which is held in the local place is called regional trade. Okay. Suppose if any product is produced in Pabna and it is sold in the local market in Pabna, it is called regional trade. And domestic trade means the product which is produced in the country and sell within our territory or boundary is called the domestic trade. That means if the product is produced in Pabna and sell in the Panchakor or Khulna or Rajshahi, whatever it is, that is called the domestic trade. International trade, that is when a trade held between 2 countries. That means when we export products from our country to another country, that is called international trade, or when we import product from other countries to our country, that is called international trade or foreign trade. Understand? Okay. So, domestic and foreign trade is the main of trade and commerce. Domestic trade plays an important role in keeping the economy of the country dynamic. We import some goods to meet the local demand and export some goods to earn foreign currencies. These foreign currencies strengthen our economy. I have given some example of the domestic and foreign trade companies of our country. First one, FBCCI. That means Federation of Bangladesh Chambers of Commerce and Industries. Then CCCI, that means Chittagong Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Then DCCI, that means Dhaka Chamber of Commerce and Industries. Here BGMEA, it means Bangladesh Garment Manufacturers and Exporters Associations. This is square, you know. Okay, and here is another, that is SAARC Chamber of Commerce and Industries. No need to memorize this elaboration, just for your information. Now, service sector. Education, healthcare, housing, transport or communication, bank insurance, public administration, law enforcing agencies are the example of service sector. This sector is run by both public and private enterprises. I have given some picture of service sectors. Hope you understand, isn't it? So let's watch one video.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of World Economies. Today we'll be covering a fairly large economy, Bangladesh. Got a lot to cover, so let's get started. Bangladesh is a parliamentary republic. Capital is Dhaka. Main language is Bengali. Main religions are Sunni Muslim and Hindu. The population is about 165 million. They use the taka as their currency. Bangladesh's economy is divided into agriculture 14.23%, industry 33.66%, and services 52.11%. With much arable land and an abundance of irrigatable water, agriculture is a large sector of the economy and is the main employer. Food crops, chiefly rice and wheat, are grown, along with cash crops such as tobacco, sugarcane, tea, spices, and jute, a hairy fiber which Bangladesh is the world's second largest producer of. Livestock are raised, chiefly poultry and cattle, for beef and milk. Agriculture unfortunately suffers from severe flooding and monsoons, which cause crop destruction. Industry is dominated by the textiles and garments sector, and Bangladesh is the second largest exporter of garments in the world. Other industries include leather, jute processing, cement, fertilizer, paper, tobacco products, and food processing. Rapid industrialization has led to much growth in modern high-tech industries such as pharmaceuticals, electronics, steel, shipbuilding, vehicles, glass, plastic, and telecommunications equipment. Child labor and underpayment are unfortunately rampant in the industrial sector, and despite growth in industries, Bangladesh remains a fairly poor and underdeveloped nation. Other sectors of the economy include fishing, forestry, banking, and tourism. Bangladesh's exports are valued at about $41 billion. The main export goods are textiles, garments, leather, chemicals, jute, fish, pharmaceuticals, spices, and sugar. The main export partners are Germany, the UK, France, Japan, Canada, India, Australia, and China. Imports are valued at about $43 billion. The main import goods are food, machinery, chemicals, petroleum, construction materials, steel, textiles, and iron. Main import partners are China, India, Singapore, Germany, and the UK. Bangladesh's nominal GDP is $286.27 billion. GDP growth is at about 7.9%. GDP per capita is about $1,750. Bangladesh is the world's 42nd largest economy. Unemployment is at about 4.2%. The population below poverty line is 10%. The labor force is about 110 million, and inflation is about 5.78%. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you for watching the video. Now, contribution of different economic sectors. Number 1, agriculture sector supplies raw materials besides meeting the domestic demand for food. Second, industrial sector creates opportunities for employment for the citizens besides meeting the demand for food, clothing, medicine, housing, etc. Then, trade and commerce earns valuable foreign currencies for the country besides making commodities available in the domestic market. Service sector works for the improvement for the living of standard of the people of the country. Now, lesson 4. That means prospect of economic development. So, on the economic development, we have some obstacles. The obstacles are poverty, lack of education, lack of skilled manpower, dependency on agriculture, lack of planning and implementation. And what is the possibilities of economic development? So we have a lot of possibilities of economic development because we have huge manpower, fertile land, lot of water supply, available raw materials at a cheap rate, laborers have the mentality of doing hard work, etc. Okay, so here many countries of the world are known as developed countries only by proper planning and hard working without having mineral resources. Example, Japan, Singapore, etc. So we have some obstacle here. If we overcome from this situation, or if we overcome from the obstacles, then we can develop our this economic development. Okay, now road to development, that is how we will develop our this economy. Number 1, turning population into human resource. We know Bangladesh is a overpopulated country, isn't it? So for this huge population, we have to convert it or turn this population into human resource. So there are some ways. At first, we have to provide proper education, that means by providing proper education. Second, by providing proper training on different subject, and that we can transform this huge population into human resource. Okay, number 2, development of agriculture. So we can increase the amount of agriculture production by using what? By using modern tools, hybrid seeds, fertilizer, proper insecticides, expanding irrigation facilities, more government facilities, increasing of cultivable land by extracting logging water, etc. Then utilization of natural resources. So still now the unused natural resources like coal, gas, oil, etc. will have to be explored and utilized. With this, the speed of industrialization in our country will expedite. That means we have to use our these natural resources properly. Now, expansion of industry. So in our country, there are many types of or different types of industries are here. So we have to expand these industries like garments, medicines, cement, ceramic, textile, etc. Okay. 5 number, building of infrastructure. The management of roads, highways, bridges, railways, supplying of water, electricity and gas has to be improved. And lastly, planning and implementation. So we have a lot of ways of development, but last is very important, that is planning and implementation. So a far-reaching planning and proper implementation process is necessary for the economic development of any country. Those who will take the plan and those who will be in charge of implementation have to place the interest of the country above everything. That means obviously the government prepares some planning of development planning, and then the people those who are engaged in these type of activities, obviously they should implement this plan properly so that our country can be developed. So today up to this everybody, I hope you understand everything, and if you have any problem you must inform me. Okay.